Hello, Team Ignite. It's Krista. I'm looking. I didn't realize I had wires behind me. I'm going to wait for a few of you to jump on. Hopefully. I know it's so in the middle of the day, but we've had to reschedule this so many times because of the crazy sale, which I hope goes smoothly this morning or this afternoon. I'll wait a few minutes. It's exactly 2 o'clock, so maybe I should have given you guys a few seconds to jump in. Oh, there's somebody. Hello. It's Krista here. Totally excited to jump in here with you guys. Hi, Carrie. How are you? We're having another snow day here in Connecticut. Although it's turning to ice right now. Kids are home from school for the 7th time this year. Yes, I said 7. Crazy town. Hi, everybody. Thanks for jumping on. I'm hoping I can get a couple more so we can actually have a little bit of a discussion. I know it's hard on live, but you guys can certainly ask me any questions. I haven't met a lot of you. I'm hoping to meet more of you at Palooza or I'm going to a lot of the regional trainings. So hopefully I'll get to see you all, meet you there. Certainly just come up to me and introduce yourself because it's hard to know everybody. All right, I'm going to just sort of start with my who I am and how I've been doing, how long I've been doing LimeLight. So I am one of the first, I don't know, 100 beauty guides. I don't remember. I think my number was like 115 or 116, something like that. But it was really right. I joined right when, right before we actually launched as LimeLight by Alcone. It was still Alcone at home at that point. And honestly, I didn't know what I was doing. You may or may not know, I'm good friends with Michelle, our CEO, and she really wanted to, well, she thought I'd be great at it. She saw more of this in me than I did. I have a background in science. I have a master's degree in epidemiology, so I was actually, I'm a numbers person. I used to sit and crunch numbers, and I did my early work and my thesis work in breast cancer research. So that sort of was the thing that excited me about the skincare, and I got to look at the ingredients, and I helped her figure out what was good, what was not good. And basically, you know, she said, just try this. Just do this thing. It's this little direct selling thing we're going to start. And I had a party and with Mary Kay, and that was that. And then that was 3 years ago. So that was 3 years ago, and this company has changed, as you can imagine, quadruple, by tenfold, by 15-fold. You know, I tell people all the time, we used to celebrate when somebody hit lead beauty guide. It was a huge deal. And honestly, I mean, that's the point of this discussion, really. It is a big deal, and it should still be a big deal. For some reason, a lot of people start to think that it's only important if you hit the executive levels, and it's so far from that. You know, every single step along the way is absolutely crucial to your final destination, whatever that is, and whatever that really where you want to take this business, because not everyone wants to be in the executive team. It's a lot of work up there. Not everyone wants to be at the top. So that, you know, I would say it's important to recognize that everyone's journey and experience in this is completely different. So I've been here for a little over 3 years now, and I'm a lead director. That may be shocking to some of you. But a lot of things you have to think about what comes into play when you're doing this business. Do you have experience? Have you had previous experience in a direct selling company? If you haven't, this may be a little slower for you, and that's totally fine. I mean, my journey has been exactly how I thought it would be. We didn't have expectations of jumping to the top so quickly. Dana came in here and did that. No, you know, it was like I said, we used to celebrate the lead. I mean, when someone hit Star Beauty Guide, it was like we would pick up the phone and call, and you got presents, and it was insane. I mean, there were only a couple directors, so director wasn't even celebrated so much because there were only like 3 directors. So I just want you guys to recognize that everyone's journey is not going to be that shoot to the top. Most of my team, it is the journey to lead is sort of 5 to 6 to 7 months. Journey to star can be a year and a half. That's the norm. That's the norm. I know you guys can you're on a really huge, fast, amazing team. So it's sort of hard for you to have the perspective of what really is normal in this business. And certainly what's normal in LimeLight. And LimeLight, oh, it's frozen? Oh yeah, I'm blinking. Can you guys see me? Let me know if can anyone, am I frozen? Maybe it's the ice storm. It's not frozen for me. Okay, Tori, thank you. Carrie, am I still frozen for you? I am. I do definitely have a weak signal. I can see and hear you. Okay, just you, Carrie. So I was saying that, it's really important for you guys to recognize and have perspective on what's the norm, what's average, what's okay, and recognize that in the end, you need all of these experiences and these stories to tell so that you can become the leader that you really can be, the somebody with a background, somebody with history, so that when someone comes to you and says, I've been here for a year and I'm only a lead beauty guide, you have a little bit of something to help them with. You have a little bit of perspective, really. And that's a gift. So look at that certainly as a gift. It's not, most of us do not jump to the top in as quickly as the leaders in this team have. This is so encouraging. Good, Morgan. I'm happy. I mean, that's what I want you guys to really, that's the part of this I want you to understand. Because you are part of such an amazing team, it's hard for you to have real perspective. Not that Carrie and Dana don't give that to you, but you don't see it. You don't see it every day. You're not living it every day. So assuming that you all want to get to the top, it's really important to ask yourself that question and answer it honestly, to say, okay, what is it going to take? What am I willing to give? How much time am I willing to give up? Is that what I really want? And it's okay if you say, it's not what I really want. I'm really happy to stay at director, or I'm really happy just to be a star beauty guide. You can still have a lot of fun with this business at that level. Just be honest with yourself, because then if you think that you have to get to the top and you're fighting every day to get there, what you're fighting with is possibly something inside, like, I don't want it that much. I don't want that. So being honest with yourself, being honest with your team leaders, just so they know what road you're traveling, it makes this so much more fun and so much more exciting, and that frustration falls away, because nobody wants to make you do something that you don't want to be doing. Because honestly, at the top, it's a lot of work. It's really a lot of work. It's a lot of work the whole way. Let me just see. Here's the other point I wanted to make with you guys. If this is something, if your journey does say, I want to go to the top, I really want to hit those executive levels, I want to go on those executive retreats, this is something that I just want I want this business to be a real, sustainable, money-making business, where I can touch many, many more lives. Then you have to trust that it's inevitable. It's already going to happen. It's already happened. Okay? So that's that mindset stuff that we always talk about, right? It's already done. Okay? You're already there. I say to myself all the time, I'm already a senior director. I just have to go through these steps first to get there. You know, people say all the time, I'm already a six-figure earner. It's just, my path is just leading me there. I have to get through these trials and tribulations and bumps, and you know, the hard part is getting through those to get to your final destination, which is what your goal is. And that's what you've set, and that's what's in your head, and that's what you know 100% is what's going to happen, right? Just know it's going to happen and believe it 100,000,000%. And it will. You have to go through this journey in order to get to be that leader that we all want to be. To give you that perspective, I mean, it's priceless to me. Every time I get thrown back down, and let me tell you, I've had to rebuild a lot. I've had to rebuild many, many legs along the way. That's part of it. I mean, for me, I say, okay, I clearly am not ready for anything bigger than what I've got. I still have a lot to learn. I still get, tough team members thrown at me. And that's part of it. That is part of being the best leader that I can be. So if you accept that this is part of your journey, in general, that is the way you're going to get to be those, whatever that goal is that you want it to be, whether it is a platinum whatever, or a senior director, or a star beauty guide, or a director, that's going to happen. I promise you, but you just have to believe that part. And all of it is part of the learning process, right? And part of why I do this is to encourage people and women and my family and my kids, just don't stop learning. If you decide that this is just going to be an easy cakewalk and you don't want to learn anything, you just want it to just fall into your lap, and it's just, it doesn't work that way. I hate to break it to you, but there's no secret sauce. There's no easy path. The people who have shot to the top fast, I can guarantee you that they had years of back history, experience. They've been doing this before, or their network was huge. There's so many factors that come into play. And I didn't have any of those factors. I didn't. So this has been part of my journey, and that's what this business is. It is a journey. It is not just a clock in and clock out 9 to 5. So you have to be willing to go on the journey, go through all the bumps, go through. And if you ever hear Michelle talk, the only thing that everyone who's successful in this business has is grit. And what is grit? That is that person like me who has been dropped from the top many, many times and said, you know what? It's fine. This is part of my journey. I'm going to still get to that level that I'm going to get to. And I am going to get to that level. I actually sometimes even write like platinum whatever, like to myself, because I know I'll be there. There's days that not so sure that's what I want to do, but in general, I truly believe it. And rebuilding and dealing with difficult team members and feeling like this might not be your way, that's part of becoming a better leader, or better at this business in general. So let's see. Again, I always say, just be honest with yourself first, so that you can share exactly what you need to share with your team members. And then, I am a little bit still of a numbers statistics person, and I thought this was very interesting. I was talking to Michelle the other day, and I'm like, what kind of numbers really, how long does it really take for somebody to get, I won't say to Beauty Guide, because we all hope that they're hitting their fast start. So technically, let's say past Beauty Guide after your first 40 days. On average, it takes most beauty guides 6 to 8 months to hit lead beauty guide. Lead beauty guide, to me, in my business, is your first sort of real, like, okay, now I'm leading a team. You really have to step into a totally different position. You have other people you're responsible for, and people that are responsible for your growth, right? So it changes that. The next step, this is going to be shocking for a lot of you, because I'm sure you've never heard this. On average, and this is for LimeLight, it's probably lower and slower for other companies, to the next level beyond that. Star Beauty Guide, 13 to 17 months. How about that? I have somebody who's been on my team for 2.5 years who just hit Lead Beauty Guide, and she never gave up. She sells like crazy. She couldn't click that in. She had no network at all. She's really kind of afraid of social media. And she did everything in person. And, that's like talking to a very small number. If you look at those statistics, it's small. It's a numbers game in the end. So 13 to 17 months to hit star, and 17 to 3 years to hit beauty guide. To hit director. So those are the real numbers, people. Those are the real numbers. Those are not something just my team. That is about what my team does. And it's slow. And it's, if this isn't for them, the people that don't have the grit and don't have that journey of learning inside them, it falls away. They eventually leave. I'm going to go back and put my old lady glasses on and see some comments. Do you guys have any questions? I hope this all makes sense. I really just wanted to share my perspective with you, share my journey with you. Carrie is an amazing leader. Hi, Dana. How are you? Go there in your mind, then put your actions behind it. It's so true. It is so important. I know it sounds woo-woo and cheesy and whatever, but it's very hard to not believe in something and expect you're going to get there. You just don't. I've seen it happen physically with people saying, oh my God, I'm totally going to get the flu. Totally going to get sick. All of my kids are sick. I'm going to get sick. Guess what happens? They get sick, right? So I've done this my entire life. I graduated from college, got my master's degree, got married, and I said to myself, I said to my husband, I said it to anyone who would listen to me. We're gonna live abroad. We're not ready to settle down here. I need to live somewhere in outside of the United States. Everyone said, yeah, right, Krista. Sure, whatever. 2 months later, we got an offer to move to London with my husband's company. And it was because I knew we would. I'm like, I don't want to buy a house yet because we're going to be living in London. Or I didn't know it was London then, but it was all, it's that manifestation. I know it's hard. It's a hard concept if you're not used to hearing it, but I'm telling you, you have to believe it 100% in your heart. That's why they say your leaders will tell you, post your chart. What chart do you want to hit? You want to be a lead director in 6 months? Keep it reasonable. If you hit it before, high five to you. But if you don't get discouraged. That's totally normal. It's totally normal. Hang that chart and go for it and know you're going to be there. You're welcome, Ellen. Sounds like it just doesn't work that way. Thank you for this. You're welcome, Pam. And Tiffany, 6 to 8 months, 13 to 7 beauty guide, 17 plus for director. Yep. I know you guys aren't used to seeing that. You want to step into my world for a little bit. It's slow, but we have fun. I'm still trying to get people to go on Facebook. That's the truth. I have a lot of people who have absolutely no network, and this is a rough business with no network. So they're trying to build their network. So that makes it even slower. Grit, #grit. Isn't that the truth? Good. I'm glad this was encouraging. That's what the hope was, Stephanie. Manifestation is real. Make a dream board. These dream boards really do work. I try to not make it so materialistic, because then the logistic side of your brain says you're not going to be driving a Lamborghini next month. Come on. It's likely. It's very unlikely. It's highly improbable. What does Martha Beck say? Not impossible, highly improbable. But more of a vision of where your life is going to be is what manifestation and how it really can work. Not so much a thing. The thing part, I don't know. I don't use it. Don't waste your energy, your brain energy on things as far as I'm concerned. Waste your brain energy on how you want to see your life move forward and how you're going to help people and what you want your children to see you doing. That is the part that you can truly manifest. And oh boy, I could come in and do a lot more trainings on manifestation and using that energy, that other energy. Some people call it prayer. I call it energy. It all works the same way. It really does. Oh, we're getting totally off topic now. See, now I'm getting crazy. This helps so much. Thank you. I needed this today. Good, Jenna. Awesome, 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 guys. Does anyone else have any questions? If you guys have any, I have a book. If anyone wants to learn more about, seriously, about sort of really being able to use your energy, it's a fun book. It's not like Crazy Town, whatever. It's really sort of a step one into how to really manifest what you want. It's called E Squared, like the letter E, and it says, instead of the squared, like a little 2, it says squared. I think it says squared. It might have a 2. I can't remember. I read it so long ago. By Pamela Grout. E Squared by Pamela Grout. And she puts you, she gives you like daily tasks. Like one day she says, okay, today you're going to find a purple feather. A purple feather. And you have to truly believe it. And it's amazing how this stuff happens. So it sort of guides you through that process, but it will help you in this business because it really is about believing in your end result, but you have to go through the journey, is all I can say. You just do. The shoot to the top people, as much as we love you, Dana, that is not normal. That is not the average, and it's okay. If you've been here a year and you're only a director, you're doing better than most, okay? So please understand that. And you guys are all awesome. And no matter what your journey is, we need every single one of us. We need the slow people, and we need the fast people, and we need the people who just want to really be here for the right reasons. You all get that. Come back anytime, Krista. All right, good. I love it. I love it. I love to talk too. So I can't wait to meet you guys. So please, 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 if you see me, hopefully I'm going to be in Louisville. I am trying to work my schedule around my husband's travel schedule, which is insane. He commutes to Copenhagen and the very bottom tip of New York City, so he's never, ever home. But I am trying to get to Arkansas. They want us, they want a bunch of ambassadors at as many trainings of these as possible, and there's only a couple people going to Arkansas, so I'm going to try to get there because I want to meet all of you. Because I'm assuming you'll all be in Arkansas. Well, you better be. If I'm going, you guys got to be there. It should be mandatory. The training is phenomenal. It should absolutely be mandatory. So that's from me, not from your leaders. I'm telling you, it's mandatory. So yeah, so please introduce yourself so that I know who you are. And I walk up and introduce myself too, but just say, hey, I'm on Carrie's team or whatever, so I know that we kind of know each other through this. All right, ladies, have an amazing afternoon. You have to go through that. Oh, you're just quoting me. I know that. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me just see. I've been thinking about your statement of the process to get to whatever level is slow, and I don't think it's slow. I know my sights are on. My journey takes me through the successes, failures, acknowledge the team building skills. All my journey is slow, fast. I will get there. You absolutely will, Dawn. That's awesome. You absolutely will, as long as you believe that it really can happen. And the goal is always includes the journey, right? So have an amazing, peaceful, happy, lovely day here. Not here, because here it's icing and snowing. It's not so lovely outside. But you all have a great day wherever you all are. And I'll be back if you want me back. Happy to. Have a great one. Ciao.